Okay, so for today's demonstration, we are looking at solutions. And the basic solution that we're going to use today is just a saltwater solution made of water, which I have water here in the beaker, and salt. So, first I have, well, we'll start off with. So I turn on, and I'm going to find the mass of this beaker. So the mass of the beaker just by itself is 111.32. And I'm going to measure out 3 grams of salt. So I'm looking for 114. Okay, 114.32. So I have the beaker. I have 3 grams of salt. In this beaker, I have 50 milliliters of water. I mix the water in with the salt, and I'm going to stir that up. On your demonstration report, number 1 asks you to make observations about what happens when the salt and the water are mixed together. All right, so at this point, the salt and the water are completely mixed together. In your lab report, record your observations. And then I'm going to place that beaker of water on the hot plate, and we're going to let the water boil off. We're going to heat it up until all of the liquid is gone from that beaker. Under number 2 on your demonstration report, make a prediction, make a hypothesis. What do you think will happen when all of that liquid is boiled away? Go ahead and do those 2 things now. Okay, go ahead and pause what you're doing. So, we've gotten to the point where, and I'm going to take this off of here, because as you can see, all of the liquid has evaporated from our solution. All right? And so what do you see in the beaker? Salt. All right. So when I mix the salt and the water, what happened? Were you able to see the salt anymore? No. All right, because that's what happens in a solution, is when you mix those 2 substances, it becomes a homogeneous mixture where it looks like it's just one substance. But now, once that water has boiled off, we see that we have separated the salt back out. And in fact, if we're to find the mass, before our mass was 114.32, that was the mass of the beaker and the salt together. And I put this on here. And again, it's a little bit above, so we must still have some water, but right now it's 114.66. Right? So all that water has evaporated and all the salt remains. So let's think about this in nature. If the oceans of course are made of salt water. When the oceans evaporate, go into the atmosphere and form clouds, when those clouds let loose rain, when they let loose precipitation, is there salt in the precipitation? Is there salt in the rain? No. And why not?
It's left in the bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
It like crystallizes, right?
Yeah, the salt stays in the ocean. The water evaporates. The ocean is a solution of salt and water. And when that water evaporates, it leaves the salt behind. All right, so go ahead and fill in the third question on your demonstration report. And make sure that you have finished your pre-assessment.